Bradley Hoffman, and I started the St. Louis Brewery Ride, where we ride bicycles around and visit breweries, support local business, have a blast. Before I got really into bike riding here at St. Louis, I was always into the brewery scene, local beer. Even before I moved here and I lived in Kansas City, I go to Earthbound a lot, man. I've been going to, I know the guys at Earthbound. I've been going to Earthbound since they were in the hallway shop years ago. Vinyl night every Thursday with Ryan. But now Bluewood's close. I live in the neighborhood. I live in Tower Grove East, so most of the time, if I'm at a brewery, I'm at Earthbound. But increasingly, Earthbound and Bluewood are about split right now. I am drinking Battle Stag by Bluewood. I was actually here yesterday, and I had 2 of these and a burger from Max. It's super tasty. I think just a few weeks ago, Bluewood finally got their brewing equipment set up and going, so there's a lot more stuff on tap with those guys. I just got done doing about 50, 60 miles. It's cold, it's windy, something dark and a little strong, warm the bones up. It's good. And then a couple years ago, I started riding bikes. And then about a year after I started riding bikes again, I started getting more serious. And I was just nervous to go meet people that also rode bikes. It was sort of, it's like when you're a kid, you want to go play with the new kids at the playground. It's scary, right? So eventually, I got over that. I went to a bike shop. I did a shop ride. It was so much fun. I was kind of bummed that I waited so long to do it. But I kept thinking about, there's probably a ton of other people just like that might not ever actually go and do the shop ride and meet other people that ride. So what can I do to help with that? What can I do to, get these people together? So the brewery rides are a way to, if you got 2 wheels, and you like beer, it's a way to get together. They're super slow. I think we average about 7-8 miles an hour. Super casual. All riders welcome. All bikes welcome. One of the first rides we did, we had a guy on a time trial bike, which is a super expensive aerodynamic bike like this. He showed up, and we also had a couple of older ladies on beach cruisers, and they showed up too, and those guys were on the same bike ride together. And we all get together, we meet at one brewery, we have a couple beers, we ride 3-5 miles to another brewery, have a beer, and then we ride to a third brewery and we call it a night and chill. The whole idea is to get as many people to ride bikes together as possible while having beers, which promotes conversation, and support local businesses. What breweries has the ride gone to? We've gone to Earthbound, Bluewood, Rockwell, Urban Chestnut, in the Grove, and I think in Midtown. We've gone to Second Shift. We've gone to Four Hands a couple of times. We've gone to Recess in Edwardsville. We've gone to, there's a Heavy Riff. I don't want to forget anyone. The goal is to eventually try to get to all of them, but not do them all at once. But we're branching out of St. Louis too. We're starting to organize some rides in Illinois. We've done what we call the full pour ride, which is for guys that want to go a little bit farther, they want to go a little bit faster. We'll take the Madison County trails and we'll go to Edwardsville and back. And that's about 50 miles. We're hoping to do a full pour ride where we go to Alton and back and check out Old Bakery. Next weekend on Saturday, we're going to go to Waterloo, Illinois. And we're going to check out Hopskeller and Stubborn German, and that's 60 miles. And those aren't races. I mean, we're maintaining 15, 16 mile per hour average. So you need to be able to ride a distance and ride at a certain decent pace. They're not for beach cruisers, unless you're super strong. We do have a guy on a red bike, a Pee Wee Herman bike, and he's super cool, and he'll come out and he'll do 20, 30 miles. He wanted to ride 50 miles with us one time, but his bike broke down. So, I mean, if you can keep up on the longer rides, more the merrier. But I will always keep the super chill, casual 7-10 mile city rides together, because that's where people meet each other. That was the original idea. That's where, we'll always do that too. What can we expect in 2020 from St. Louis Brewery Ride? We're going to keep doing the regular 7 to 10 mile city rides. That's bread and butter. Those are great. That's where everyone meets each other. That's where we get ideas on what else people want to do, what else people are interested in. We're planning our first century, so our first 100-mile brewery ride. And we're looking to do that on June 20th, summer solstice. And that's going to take place around central Illinois, southern Illinois, I guess. I don't want to say the name, but we've been approached by a certain entity that has experience in organizing big bike rides. And we are very likely going to be working with that group to make the Brewery Century Ride extra special in June. Looking to do more full pour rides, more 50, 60-mile bike rides, but at the same time, doing the 10-mile super chill, casual rides, trying to hit some more great breweries, trying to make some of them a little extra special, hoping to work with some home brewers and do like a homebrew brewery stop. So if there's any home brewers out there, get at me. I would love to talk to you. We'd love to like rent like a really cheap or really free space and get some home brewers there for like a 2-hour pop-up, or even like a later thing than that if we make them the last stop, and then just a way for them to get their name out. Also just a way to keep the brewery ride kind of fresh and interesting. We haven't really hit the same brewery twice yet, and I don't have a problem doing that, but I want to see what else we can do. The bicycle community and the brewery community is huge in St. Louis, so there's a lot of opportunities and options to keep it new. So that would be a really fun thing to do. Yeah. I love planning parties. Whenever I was in college, when I lived in Springfield, Illinois, I don't know if my mom knows this, but I made like a decent income from planning parties. Me and my buddy had a pretty nice house that we rented out near downtown Springfield. And the guys at the party supply store, when I walked in, they knew I wanted a disco ball and a fog machine. Because we just threw parties, like $5, $10. So like that's a blast. Like I love doing that. And I'm older now. Since I started biking a couple years ago, I've lost 60 pounds. And like fitness and health is becoming increasingly important to me. And I just know how beneficial it is could be beneficial to everybody. So to keep like the party planning thing, incorporate bike riding, some health and wellness. But at the same time, like introducing people to these breweries that I love, maybe they don't know. We have people come in from St. Peter's, St. Charles, and people come in, they don't know the brewery scene that well. We just support businesses, and probably the number one thing is just meeting people. I don't know how many new contacts I've gotten in my phone. It's always Josh at STLBR, St. Louis Brewery Ride, Peter, Clay, Nick, Joe, Ryan. I've gotten like so many new people to ride with, so many new people that love what we're doing. Party planning, biking, beer, making new friends, connecting people. It's all those things, it's a blast. The best way to get in touch with me is Instagram, St. Louis Brewery Ride. Just look it up. I have a Facebook account as well for the Brewery Ride. I think it's just St. Louis Brewery Ride as well. I don't check the Facebook as much. I'm not personally on social media, so I don't know. I had a guy tell me, he's like, I was trying to look you up to friend you, and he's like, I couldn't find you. And I was like, it's because I'm not on there. But the best way to get in touch with me, if you want us to ride to your brewery, or you got an idea, you want to work with us, you want to do something unique, Instagram. Or you can email me, stlouisbreweryride@gmail.com. stlewisbreweryride@gmail.com. And if you check out my Instagram, I think my phone number's on there too. You can always text me too.